Welcome to the Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Thank you so much for listening. Today, immigration controversy. The fight over separated families at the border gets even more intense. Plus, a World Cup upset, Facebook's eye-opener, and a record breaker at the box office. All that and much more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Monday, June 18th. You ready? Let's do this. Expect a lot of talk this week about immigration, specifically the issue of families separated at the U.S.-Mexico border. Lawmakers are considering two measures this week to deal with the issue. The Wall Street Journal says both measures would allow children to be detained with their parents when they cross the border illegally. Critics say that's not a good solution either. But right now, many families are being separated, and it's causing public outrage. So first, why is it happening? Well, the law is that migrant children can't be put in jail with their parents. So in the past, a lot of parents who cross the border illegally with their kids would typically be let go and told to come back for their court date at a later time. But the Trump administration's new zero-tolerance policy means not letting them go, that instead those crossing the border should be detained and criminally prosecuted. But since the kids can't be put in jail, the families are getting separated. The parents detained, the kids sent to government shelters, where there's various reports and opinions about whether or not the conditions are actually humane. Fox News reports the head of the Department of Homeland Security says families should seek asylum at a port of entry where it's legal instead of trying to cross illegally. The Attorney General has said the zero-tolerance policy is meant to be a deterrent for crossing illegally. President Trump is blaming Democrats, saying it's their law and he's just enforcing it. But the New York Times says there's no law that requires this to happen. And outspoken critics include some lawmakers, advocacy groups, some religious leaders, and celebrities. They say separating kids from parents is traumatizing, immoral, and inhumane. Nearly 2,000 children have reportedly been separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border in 6 weeks. Of course, there's a lot more to this issue, and we'll be hearing a lot more about it this week. The governor of New Jersey is saying a gang fight may have been what turned into a mass shooting over the weekend. CNN reports 22 people were hurt, including a teenager. Rival gang members were reportedly shooting at each other, but it was at a popular all-night arts festival in Trenton, New Jersey, which means thousands of other people were around at the time. The suspected gunman is now dead, likely killed by police. A strong earthquake hit western Japan early this morning, affecting Japan's second-largest metro area of Osaka. It was a magnitude 6.1 quake. Reuters reports that more than 200 people were hurt. All right, other things people may be talking about today. The World Cup and the biggest upset so far. Germany lost to Mexico. It means the defending World Cup champ, Germany, lost its opening match. Mexico's fans were so excited, though, that seismologists actually picked up a small artificial earthquake in Mexico City, apparently caused by so many people jumping up and down. For the first time since the 1980s, the same guy won the U.S. Open 2 years in a row. It was Brooks Koepka who pulled off the back-to-back wins. The U.S. Open is, of course, one of the major golf championships. And a past U.S. Women's Open champ also won big this weekend. So Yeon Yu won the Meyer LPGA Classic. What about the Blobfish Basketball Classic? Well, that's at least the name late-night TV host Jimmy Kimmel gave it. It was a one-on-one basketball game between Kimmel and Texas Senator Ted Cruz. It was all for charity. The AP says the game was born out of a joke on Kimmel's show when he said the senator resembled a blobfish. Well, Senator Cruz challenged him to a one-on-one basketball game. The two don't tend to agree on public policy. Well, Senator Cruz won the charity basketball game 11-9. They both agreed to cut the game short when it didn't seem either one would actually be able to reach 15 points anytime soon. Game highlights and self-deprecating jokes are expected on Jimmy Kimmel Live tonight. Microsoft is trying to help more stores go cashier-free, as in no checkout lines. Reuters cites sources saying Microsoft's artificial intelligence team is on it, trying to come up with systems that track what shoppers add to their carts. The goal? Help more retailers keep up with Amazon. Because yes, Amazon is already doing it. Remember, Amazon launched its cashier-free store, Amazon Go, back in January. At this point, Microsoft is not officially commenting. Facebook is working on software that will open your eyes. Literally, it'll open your eyes, in pictures at least. TechCrunch reports Facebook is working on an AI system that is trained to recognize open eyes in pictures and then be able to replicate that in other pictures when your eyes are closed. Some say it'll be kind of creepy. Others say group pictures will be better off forever. The movie Incredibles 2 had a record-breaking opening weekend. Variety says the Disney Pixar movie brought in $180 million. That's the best debut for any animated movie ever. And it was the 8th biggest opening in the US of all time. And get this, so far in 2018, the top 3 biggest movie openings of the year all belong to Disney: Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and Incredibles 2. The MTV Movie and TV Awards are on tonight. It was actually already taped on Saturday, so you may already see stories about the red carpet fashion, but the ceremony itself will actually air tonight. Tiffany Haddish is hosting, and of course there will be other big-name presenters. Us Weekly says Stranger Things and Black Panther are leading the way with the most nominations. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on MTV. A surprise album from a superstar power couple. Beyonce and JayZ released an unexpected album on Saturday called Everything Is Love. They've definitely collaborated before, but this is the first joint album from the married couple. It premiered on the music streaming service Tidal, which is owned in part by JayZ. Muslims around the world celebrated Eid al-Fitr on Friday. It marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan. That's the month when those observing don't eat or drink anything from sunrise to sunset. Eid is considered one of the most festive times with lots of food and family. And that's it. You are all caught up. Before you go, I have to say a big thank you to those of you who left messages on the new call-in line, which I announced just on Friday. It was so wonderful to hear directly from you, to actually get to hear your voice for a change. Here are a few clips.
It is a lifesaver for me.
Fair and objective.
Super uplifting and fun.
It's exactly as much news as I want to get.
Get me all caught up without having to hear people arguing.
It gets in all the pertinent information I need in less than 10 minutes. It's amazing.
So thank you again to all the callers, and I'm going to keep sharing messages every now and then. So I want to hear from you. If you have a comment or a news question or topic that you want us to talk about on a Thursday interview segment, please do call in and let me know. The number is 812-785-NEWS. That's 812-785-NEWS. I can't wait to hear from you. Of course, if you just want to read more about any of the news stories we talked about today, check out today's show notes. You can find them at thenewsworthy.com. Click episodes and then find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you to listen every weekday by 4 in the morning Eastern Time. So we'll chat again tomorrow. Have a great day.